Hello, Crystal.
Hello, Maddie.
Whoops. Let me turn your mic on first. Say
Can
hello.
you hear me now? Hello.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So, first of all, you have a big show in Greensboro happening this weekend,
Yes.
Saturday night.
Mm-hmm. We're doing the Greensboro edition for the CD release at the Blind Tiger.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not just a CD release where there's going to be CDs for sale and a live show. Those things will happen. But tell us about the other things that are also going to happen. Like this already happened in Chapel Hill and Winston. Is that correct?
Just Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill?
Yes.
Are you planning one in Winston? Or was I just
no,
mistaken?
we played in Winston, but it wasn't all the shenanigans that
okay.
this one's going to involve.
Right. So what
it's
kind of shenanigans are involved?
They're going to be acrobats and hoopers and poi spinners and jugglers and aerialists, silk aerialists and tango dancers and some other dancing, some fan burlesque dancing. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff, and there'll be the projections of the photos that inspired the songs for the album.
Yep.
While we're going on, and so it'll just be that whole CD brought to life with multimedia and different visual and audio soundscapes. So you went through the list really quickly, but hoopers, is that like hula hooping? Yeah, with LED, so like fancy,
Whoa.
like lit up. Because I don't want to do fire in there because it stinks up the place
Right.
with the fumes. But we have done that before.
Yeah?
But, it's kind of smelly, so.
What was the next? You said something spinner.
I heard silk aerialist. Are you
Yeah.
going to have
Yes.
people coming down into the crowds, or is this all going to be over
It will
the
be
stage?
in between the sound booth and the stage. Most of it's going to be on the floor and some risers that are in front of the stage because we're going to have
Wow.
10 musicians at least on the stage. So there's not really going to be much room for other things. So we're going to do that in front of the stage. So it's going to be kind of roped off and, an area. And there's an amazing aerialist, Sabrina Woods, who is a personal trainer and pole dancer and has classes and aerials and pole dancing over at her studio, her gym. And she's amazing. She's performed with me a couple years ago. So she'll be there, which I'm really excited about.
Very cool. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else we got here? Oh, now that he's gonna show everyone what this is, it feels weird to just make the paper
all
sounds.
your tricks won't work.
Let me
without a
check.
sheet.
Let me consult my notes real quick. I have a question for you. Let's get this one out of the way since you're dying to know what it is.
Dying over here.
If you were a pizza delivery driver, I know you don't eat pizza, but if you were a pizza delivery driver, what would you use scissors for?
Wow. I do eat pizza occasionally, mostly if it's gluten-free, by the way.
Yeah, sure. You can just peel the stuff off too and eat it.
What would I use scissors for?
That's the question.
That's a really hard question, Maddie. I mean, the first thing that comes to my head is no, I wouldn't really use them for that.
What? Come on, what was the first thing that came to your head? This is good stuff. I'm sure all your fans want to know.
I would say making pizza box art.
Cutting the pizza boxes into art.
Yeah,
There
why
you go.
not?
That's a great answer. Great answer. So you've been traveling, playing music for a while. Mm-hmm. Years?
About 4, playing with this project 5 years and touring at maybe 4.5.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what is it like what do you feel about being on the road and playing shows and stuff like that? Do you enjoy it? I mean, I know you have to do it, but is it something that you really enjoy, or is it kind of like a job, or?
Well, I guess I don't have to do it. Like a lot of people don't, but I feel like it is really fun. And I've made so many friends across the country, and because I do it really frugally, and we usually stay with people and friends of friends, and we meet a lot of new people, and so my shows have kind of snowballed, and my connections have snowballed
Yep.
across the country because, like I met this guy in upstate New York at a festival we played at that they found out about us through a venue in West Virginia. And then there was a guy there who owned a venue in Pittsburgh, and he had us play at his Pittsburgh winery. And then he told his friend in New Orleans, and now we're playing a show with someone in New Orleans, like our first really good show in New Orleans in March.
Awesome.
So it's really fun to see that happen and just like the web grow.
Yeah.
But I really like it. It is kind of stressful, and like, it's a lack of sleep, and it's hard to find good food and
Because you have
a place to
dietary
stay.
restrictions.
Yeah, I have a lot of sensitivities and stuff and bad digestive system, so I have to be really careful. And but I do okay. I mean, I take a lot of stuff, a lot of food with me, and most venues that have food, have kind of salady stuff. So
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
that's good. And we're actually going on tour again in March down to New Orleans and Austin and hitting some places on the way, Baton Rouge and Atlanta, and on the way back. That'll be about a 10-day tour, and it'll be the first tour that I have a new guitar player, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot to mention that, yes.
Nice.
Jeremy Hare is playing with me now,
Excellent.
and he's amazing.
Yes, he is.
And
Total pro.
yes. And so we'll be taking him, and Aaron Bond will be going with us. So I usually go as a 3-piece, but I'm trying not to play any less than a 4-piece from now on, because bass is kind of crucial.
Yeah.
But, my accordion through a bass amp kind of really fills out the sound, but it's definitely not the same
Yeah.
as a stand-up bass. So, and those guys are so fun, and the I don't know, it's just really fun being on the road with Seth and Aaron. They're so funny and like laid back, and
Yep.
it's a good time. So
Yeah, they're good dudes. So, do you feel like being a musician is a minimum wage job? I mean,
It's-
how do you how do you make ends meet? I mean, can you support yourself only on your music, or do you have to work other jobs, or
well, it's definitely less than minimum wage job.
less than minimum wage?
Yeah, for sure. And I teach about 7 lessons a week to kind of substitute that. And it goes in phases too. I'll play more shows in one month than other months. So it really just depends on how many shows I book. I really need a booking agent right now, so because I'm still having to do everything myself. And it's, the website, all the social media, all the booking, all the promoting.
Plus, you have to actually play the music.
Yeah,
and write
and try
stuff
to write
and
stuff.
practice. Yep.
Yeah, it's a drain for sure,
Right.
but I love it, so it doesn't feel like work.
If you had to place a value on an hour of your time, what number would you give it?
Well, I guess it depends on what I was doing.
That's good.
Like playing music?
Sure.
Well, there's playing music, there's setting up, there's driving there.
Right.
So
All of it should be included.
it should be, but it's not
ideally. Right.
usually. I don't know. I mean, I think a good 25 an hour would be good, but it's usually less than that.
I like that number too. That's fair.
Yeah.
It is fair.
I mean, because lessons are like, 45 an hour, so
That's cool.
that's less work.
Right. Right. Exactly.
It just
What a
depends
world.
on what people value. It's the value people place on things.
Yep.
It's so arbitrary.
Yep. What's the future of the music industry, in your opinion?
I have no idea. I'm
Good
not
answer.
I'm not even trying to do that.
That's a great answer. All right. Well, let's listen to a track. We're gonna do the concert calendar first, and then let's listen to a track off of The Absolute Elsewhere, the brand new album from Crystal Bright and the Silver Hands. The show is Saturday night at the Blind Tiger, 9
o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Molly Sullivan from Cincinnati is opening, and Chris Bathgate from Michigan.
Cool.
They're really good.
Are they any good? Yeah.
Yes.
Of course they are. Cool. Which song would you like to hear? Or which song would you like everyone else to
How
hear?
about number 5?
How about it?
We're working on a music video right now for this.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to talk about that.
Well, I'm working on a couple music videos right now, but this is one of them with Scott Frey and Madeline Greco body painting me
Oh,
in like
yeah, I saw
10 or
the photo.
12 different styles, and so that's going to be a long process.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is that your idea?
It was Scott's, actually.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
Scott, good idea, Scott. He listens to our show all the time.
Does he?
I have no idea, but I assume that everyone listens to our show.
Yeah, of course.
So. Ray, do you have anything else for Crystal?
Actually, I do. I remember at one show you brought a little USB device that had almost your entire discography at the time.
Yes.
Is that something that you are going to keep up with, or like how are you introducing new technologies and things like that into your?
Yeah, I sold out of those like a couple weeks ago, so I'm going to get some more, but I won't have any on Saturday at the show. But yeah, it's this thing I got on iPromo.com. They have a lot of different styles of USB drives, and this one was perfect because it had a silver, it's kind of rectangular, and it has silver on one side, and I put my logo on there, and then it's a crystal on the other side, so it looks like a little mini perfume bottle, and there's my little logo inside of it, and it lights up. So I put all of the albums on there, so there's 5 albums on there now, 4 or 5. Yeah. And lyrics and all the all artwork and links
That's
and stuff
awesome.
like that. So it has pretty much everything on there. So if people don't have CD players or don't want to keep up with CDs, you can also use this for other stuff too.
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
It's pretty cool.
That is very cool, Crystal.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for joining us.